Good evening, my loves. Welcome to Deanna's live coaching gym. I'm here every Monday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, with our interactive lesson and Q&A discussion at the end. I am like hanging on by a thread. I'm going off of fumes. I literally am just getting back. Not even 12 hours ago, from my family vacation over the Thanksgiving break. So bear with me. I left my makeup in my Maryland house. Girls got issues, right? But I'm so glad to be back. So glad to be here to check in with all of you. Hey, my amazing husband is checking in. Honey, how you let me leave my makeup? And there's my girl Bree. Hi, Bree. I think that's Alice just watching. Hey, Alice. Good evening. I'm so glad to be back. So glad to be back. Could not wait to have this conversation. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's topic because I want to leave plenty of time. Okay, it is you. Yeah. We got a house in Maryland now. So we're in two places. So it's about to get really fun. But yeah. So tonight's lesson, right? It is, let me go ahead and get myself together. So please, don't be a stranger. Make sure that you like the video. That definitely helps us be discovered by other people. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, Destination Deanna. It is free to support. So please do that. Turn on your notifications because I also randomly go live on my YouTube channel, which I'm probably planning on doing over this next weekend because me and my husband are going to be traveling again. So yeah, you don't want to miss that. So tonight's topic is intentional check-in. Intentional check-in. So let me tell you a little bit about what that is. If you move, please invite me. I love DC, Maryland. Well, you can come hang out then. I know over the summer, I'm probably going to be there full time over the summer, but whenever the kids have breaks, the Dallas schedule, probably going to be there. So yeah, come with. So intentional check-in. So first, you know how I always do. Let me tell you my intention. So my intention tonight is really to encourage you to take an honest look at where you are and how you've performed. If you are part of my Love Attraction community, or even more so, the Level Up, my Love Attraction Mastery membership, you are familiar with every year we set an intention. So we're about to start, moving into 2024. I am going to do an intention kind of setting activity and live. Don't worry, that'll be scheduled soon. It's going to be in the next 2 weeks. So the purpose of tonight is really to get you to look at, honestly, objectively, look at where you are now and what are the intentions you set in the beginning of the year. What were the goals? What were the things that you said you wanted to achieve, you wanted to accomplish? And we're not saying if you haven't done them that you're a failure, but we do need to get in the habit of consistently checking in on where we are. What is our progress? So yes, I'm talking about this in the scheme of 2024, but honestly, you can do this at any point, right? So what I'm not doing. You know what? Before I get to that, let me look at the other comments that came in. She said that's where the Cheesecake Factory lives. Have we been there? You know what? We have been to the Cheesecake Factory one time, but it was because we had the kids with us. Yo, that's so funny. I cannot. Y'all are cracking me up. So yeah, what I'm not doing. I'm not judging where you are in your process or towards your intentions or your goals. Like, honestly, I don't know why I have to keep saying this, but it continues to be like a stumbling block for people, feeling judged, feeling like someone is looking down on where they are. Listen, I'm not here to do that. I share all of my shortcomings. I share all of my mistakes. I share, every situation that I've been in that is less than favorable. And I share the process in which I grow and how I've gotten to be where I am now and on the path to where I'm going, because I'm still a work in progress, a work in progress also. So please, whenever you're tuning in here, you never have to feel judged. If I'm talking about something, honestly, it's because it's come up enough. I'm seeing it in my clients. I'm seeing it in the questions I'm being asked. I'm seeing it in the content that is being mass produced. So if I'm talking about it, it's because there's a need for it. There's a need for that type of conversation to be had. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's what I'm not doing tonight. Y'all are going off in the chat. Hey, Shaka. We all been somewhere. Hello. We all going somewhere else. So none of us really have any room to judge. Really, we're all in a position to share, right? To share. And even if you don't know how to do something, you sharing how you've messed up might inadvertently help someone else not mess up that same way. So we all have something to contribute here. Oh, there go Bria and Shaka. Just at me next time. Y'all look crazy. So now that we know what I'm not doing, let's talk about what's inspired tonight's live. So for those of you in the community and in the membership, you already know Will and I have shared that we actually do a quarterly check-in in regards to like our relationship and our marriage. And every quarter, we kind of have a series of areas in our relationship that we, kind of say what we're doing well, what we need to work on, right? And this has been truly, in my opinion, I don't know, my husband's in the comments and he can chime in. As for me, my opinion, it has been one of the keys to our consistent progress, our consistent improvement, right? Because in knowing that we're going to have these check-ins every quarter, I believe it gives us even more of a reason to be focused on it, because we know, hey, every quarter we're going to be talking about these things. So you need to be prepared to talk about what's going well, what isn't, and what's our plan of action, right? It keeps us on target. So because we are coming up on our third quarter, like the end of our third quarter of being married, we're about to go over, our check-in process. And I'm like, you know what? Before I do the 2024 intention setting, we need to do this check-in. And I'm going to try next year to at least do one other one, like not wait till the end of the year, because I do it quarterly. I'm not saying you have to do that, but it would be more beneficial the more frequent you do it. I'm not putting all y'all's comments on the screens. I'm letting y'all know. Y'all is in there having whole conversations. Hey, Kalandra. Welcome. Oh, I cannot. Okay, Bree said Queen's Court ain't through with you. Come on now. I can't with y'all. All right. Let me stay on track. So because we are about to kind of do our check-in, I was like, perfect time to do a check-in with the community. But as always, when I do these coaching gems, when I do these live lessons, I always give you something to take with you. So yes, we're going to have Q&A. You guys can ask whatever you want, no problem. But before that, I'm going to give you the check-in method that I recommend for you to do. Okay. So the check-in method that I recommend. Now, I'm recommending this based on what I recommended to many other clients, what is similar to what I do in my personal life, but it's a very simplistic thing that anyone can do at any time. Okay. So it's 5 steps. If you want to take notes, now would be the time. This is the check-in method that I recommend. And this method can be repeated over and over. It's very easy, but it really will aid you in being successful towards your goals. If you just set an intention or set a goal and you kind of just leave it and you don't do any sort of process during, it's no different than just wishing or hoping that it happens. You have to set the intention and then make sure that you align with it and then check in on your progress along the way. That is the more successful process. But let me go ahead and give you what the method is I recommend. So number one, you want to review your initial intentions or goals. So you want to go back to the beginning. If you listen to me at all, you know that we write it down. It is really not an intention until you have committed, pen to paper. Okay, pen to paper. It is written somewhere. It is in a journal. It is hanging up on your vision board. It is on your mirror. It is somewhere tangible. You have written it down. Well, now is the time to go back and take a look at what you initially intended. What was your initial goal, right? How are you going to check on what you're not sure of? So go back and review that in detail. Remind yourself why you set that intention, why you had that goal. Why is it important, right? And this is going to revitalize you all over again. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room because this has happened to me before. It's happened to many of my clients. There are times that I went back and felt completely disconnected from that intention. And that usually means you didn't align with it. Your why wasn't strong enough. Or maybe that wasn't the right intention for the time. Or maybe you allocated your time and your energy elsewhere. But it's okay. You still just need to revisit it. Review it. If you need to change it, you can assess that and go forward. I don't recommend that. I recommend you going through the entire process and then figuring out if you need to do something else. Then step 2. And let me see if... Okay, I'm ignoring y'all. No questions. Number 2, honestly assess your progress. Keyword is honestly. Now is not the time to inflate your numbers. It does you a disservice if you are not honest about how well or how poorly you are progressing towards your intention or goal. So if you've abandoned it, you need to be able to say that. If you didn't give as much time as you should have, you need to be able to see that. Right now, there's no judging here. It's just an assessment. You're just taking a look, but it needs to be honest. And hold on, let me just check your comments just in case. Ignore us to the end. Yup, I am. So Brianna gave me permission. I'm ignoring y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Shock, is this a real question? Is such thing as mission creep, i.e. adding extra processes in reference to initial list or intentions? I think what could be helpful is if you discover you weren't specific enough, right? So let's just say your intention was lose weight. That's not specific enough, right? That's not something to keep you on fire. That's not something that you can actually say, okay, I did that. I mean, yeah, but losing a pound or 50 pounds, there's a big difference. But lose weight is general. That could be anything. So I do think there is room to be able to say, maybe I needed to be more specific, or, maybe that was too broad. Maybe that wasn't the right area. You certainly can revisit it, but for the purpose of people learning the process, I'm going to recommend that you just stick with what you had and go through the whole process. And at the end, if you don't have enough data, if you can't answer the questions, like if it doesn't feel like it's edifying to you, then I would certainly revisit like my initial intention. Should I add something to it? Okay. So number 3, make a list of top wins and improvements, right? And I mean, have at it. Like, what did you feel really good about? What have you noticed is different? What would you consider a win? What would you brag about? What would you be happy to tell someone about? What improvements have you made? And now is not the time to be hard on yourself. Like, oh, that was such a little thing. No. Now is the time to notice those small things, because those small things add up, especially when you have these intentions that require you to show up different, that require you to grow in a way that you have never grown before. So I would encourage you all to give yourself a lot of grace when you're making this list of your wins and your improvements, right? Every little thing, write it down. That's number 3. Oops, hold on. And number 4, the opposite is true. You want to make a list of your top misses and areas of opportunity. And again, this is not the time to be down on yourself, right? We're not judging ourselves here. We are honestly assessing how we are doing towards our intentions and goals. So where did you fall short? Where did you not meet the mark? Where did you not complete the task? Where did you not follow through? Where is an area that you know you could do better in? Don't hold back. And this isn't in my notes, but it just came, like, dropped in my spirit. The more honestly you can assess yourself, the faster you can grow, the more you can improve. Because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And this is self-assessment, right? This is not according to anyone else. This is literally the standards you're holding yourself to. So you have to develop the ability to self-assess. This goes hand in hand with accountability, which is, one of the cornerstones of everything I teach. So if you can't honestly assess your progress, you're probably going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to be spending more time than you need to learning lessons. You're going to be spending more time than you need to staying stagnant, not growing, not getting more, not getting better, not attracting what you want. You are not helping anyone by not honestly assessing how you're doing. And number 5. You know what? I'm glad I checked the comments. Shaka, that's good. Even a lateral move isn't horrible. Absolutely. Like, sometimes maintenance is improvement. Sometimes consistency at a certain level is the improvement. I know I went through a period in my life where it was constant roller coaster. So I would have really high highs and then really low lows, right? Really high highs, really low lows. goals. And then I got to a point where I said, you know what? I don't want a roller coaster. I'd like a merry-go-round for a little while. You know what I mean? Something consistent. That's, you know what I mean? Dependable. I need to be dependable in my areas of self-improvement. I need to be dependable in these areas that I want improvement in. I need to be able to maintain this up leveling. So you're right, a lateral move is not horrible. And yes, you got to become coachable. Absolutely, even to yourself. Like, you have to be able to hear things and take it in and not always be offended, not always taking things personally, literally coming from a lens of, I want to learn, right? Everything is just information. It's just information. And you can choose to take it in, you can choose to use it, you can choose to reject it. But you definitely don't benefit from being offended. That's going to close your ears. It's going to close your heart. It's not going to help. Bree, I know exactly what my downfall is. I just don't know how to fix it. Well, I think when you don't know how to fix something, where you should start is why it's a problem, right? Why is it a problem? Why is something your downfall? Because that very thing that's a downfall to you could be a strength to somebody else. So it's not the thing or the situation. It is how it impacts you and why. What is the connection? What trauma is it connected to? What pattern is it connected to? Why does it impact you negatively? Once you know the why, we can figure out the how. But if you don't know the why, you'll just be throwing hows at it. Right? Because there's many different ways to improve, to address certain things. But each way isn't going to work for each person. Each person may have to tweak a certain thing. That's why you all will hear me say all the time, I'm not telling you to want my life. I'm not here to say my life is the way. I'm here to say, look, this is where I was. These are the traumas that I've had. These are the shortcomings I've had. This is the low self-esteem. This is the low level of thinking. This is the poverty and lack mindset that I had. This is what I was accepting in relationships. This is what I thought about love. And now I have overcome all of that negativity. And here's how. Let me tell you some proven methods. And you can take what works for you and leave what doesn't. You can tweak it for how it needs to work within your life, right? We all have different experiences. So even if we're both single mothers, we have two different, children's fathers. We had two different pregnancies. We had two different birthing experiences. So you have to be able to listen, take in information, and then honestly assess yourself. Figure out your whys, figure out your patterns, and then we can kind of narrow down what would be the most likely fix that would work in your situation specifically. So that's what I would say, Brianna. Spend a little bit more time figuring out the why, the root causes of what is hanging you up. What is the roadblock? Oh, you know the why. So if you know the why, it's a simple matter of sharing the why with moi, and then we can develop a how. Or you could start, because I think you should do a number of things. And you could start to research your why, right? Because there might be very targeted actions to take for that particular why. So I'll give you an example, right? If a person has difficulty committing, right? That's a very general thing. There's lots of people that have difficulty committing. but there's a number of whys. So you can't just say, oh, you have a difficulty committing, let's get you a pet. And once you can commit to taking care of the pet, then you can commit. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense to just blanket statement a fix for something. Now, if the person says, yeah, I have difficulty committing because I struggle with feelings of abandonment. My father left when I was young. It was unexpected. I didn't know what happened to him. And then he showed back up years later. You see what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, okay, so you have father wounds. Okay. Then you have anxiety because you had unanswered questions and then a person reappeared. It's like you got to break down the pieces and figure out the solution from there. And I'm sorry, I done got off on a tangent, but when y'all start talking about the goods, I gotta go. Wait a minute, I can't with y'all. So Honey said, I have a sticky note on my desk to keep before me every day. I'm good thoughts, I'm good words, I'm good deeds. Every day, something happens to change one of them that causes me to fix it. Ooh, that's good, Honey. That is good right there. That is keeping it before you at all times. That is consistently feeding your mind to remember what your intention is and being mindful of consistently working. I love that. You're already looking at the merry-go-round. Keep walking past that roller coaster. Yeah, but you know how it goes. We be thrill seeking. We love those high highs. We forget that you got to come down at some point. Oh, I know what I need. I know why I'm struggling, but I need help. I know y'all can help me. Yes, we're gonna help you. I have to get back to you on that one-on-one time too, Brianna. We got to figure something out because I'm traveling again on Wednesday and it's Will's birthday this week. But we'll figure something out. I'm just giving you what's yours. Welcome though. Yes, we can. That's right. And there's my honey. He said, yes, we can. And yes, we will. I ain't gonna say what it is, but I ain't gonna say what it is, but I know for a fact y'all can help me. We will. Because you were here. You talk about it all the time. Will compliments you on it all the time. I just need a meeting. He compliments me on a lot of things all the time, but probably I think you're talking about like motherhood. And yeah, I'm actually gonna start doing more content in that area too, because it's needed. It's definitely needed. Yes, come on, Shaka. Tell them, hit the heart, hit the like button. I don't know what you liked, Alice. I'm sorry. These people be getting me off on my tangent, so I can't follow the comments as they coming in as quickly. I'm doing my best, but you like it. I love it. Thank you. See? Look, I ain't even see this, but I knew the ride be exciting. Yup. Oh, Brianna, it's your birthday this week too. Will's is December 1st. Yep, that was my next question. When's yours, Bree? Yep, happy birthday. Oh, we about to have a ball. We're going to Florida. But for the membership, we're going to do something special with y'all during Will's birthday. We probably going to do a live from our luxury hotel that we going to in Fort Lauderdale. Oh, the 29th. Oh, Brianna. I'm going to text you after this, Brianna. I was trying to take a nap tomorrow. See? We're going to be mad at you getting me out of the house. I'm supposed to be napping tomorrow. I'm there with you, Bree. I have seen some patterns that don't serve me, and it's frustrating and enlightening. I need that support too. Kalandra, you know we got you. Thank you for making this comment, because I want to encourage anyone that feels this way. And most of you that are tuning in, with the exception of a few that are just becoming introduced to me, and I'm so sorry, I did not even introduce. I know I have a lot of new people, new followers on YouTube specifically. I'm Deanna, the Love Guide, right? And I want you to consider Destination Deanna as your self-help learning library. All of my content is about how to experience love in a healthy way, right? How to improve your love experience. So we talk about your traumas, we talk about relationships, we talk about how to attract love, we talk about femininity, we talk about how to coexist. And no, it's not just for women, but because I am a woman, I do share a little bit more about the woman perspective. But as you can see, my brother Shaka is here. My husband is always here, front and center. Will. So fellas, you are welcome. Please comment. Give what you're gonna give. But Kalandra, thank you again for saying this. I want you all to be encouraged because this feeling of frustration is a sign of growth. I know it doesn't feel great and you don't necessarily like it, but it is an indication of growth. When you become frustrated with things that used to be common to you, that used to be expectations to you, that used to be the norm, that is a good sign because that means you have outgrown that space, that environment, that belief, that mindset, that relationship. So it is just an indicator that you have to keep going through it. You have to keep pushing through. So now that you're aware of it, it's like you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unhear what you heard, right? So now it's like, what are we going to do about it? If you know a pattern doesn't serve you, now it has to be, okay, so what is the pattern that will serve me? If I know this doesn't, let me spend some time thinking about what will. Where am I going? Where does my energy need to go to? What shifts? What modifications? What changes? What new things do I need to be exposed to? So please do not let it frustrate you. Let it be a sign of growth and an opportunity for you to say, yup, I'm uncomfortable. So I must be heading in the right direction. I must be breaking a pattern because this no longer feels comfortable. I liked Will's comment. Yeah, I did too. I don't think he ever told me that. Will, listen. Will is so perfect for me because he literally approaches self-help like at the same level as me. We don't do the same things all the time. Obviously, I'm a woman. He's a man. Like we have two different functions. Our brains process information differently. But what is so awesome is the alignment and the commitment to self-improvement. So I don't have to tell him, hey, honey, read this book. I mean, I do. Because that's me. And if I come across something, I'm going to share it. But he does the same thing. So it's so awesome how many things I pick up from him when he's sharing. Yes, we got you, Kalandra. Y'all seen Brianna says send her gifts. I hear that feminine energy on fleek. Ooh, aging myself. When's the last time we even said that? Wow. Happy birthday, Bree. Yes, happy birthday, Will. Oh, we get a birthday present for Will's birthday. See, that's why I love y'all. Yes, we definitely think of it that way too. Like, oh, it's my birthday. What are we doing for them? Oh, it's my birthday. What are we doing for them? Yes, we're going to do something fun with y'all. I'll keep y'all posted in the membership. Yep, Will saying thanks. Yes, we love gifting for our birthdays. We absolutely do. Brianna, never alone. Nope. We have our community to lean on, and no one is going through anything that either someone else isn't going through or hasn't been through already. Yes, absolutely. Brianna, that's such a good perspective to have. And that's literally what I be telling myself when I get in my feelings about stuff. I'm like, man, I wouldn't trade my problems. I wouldn't trade them. Yes, overwhelm is a sign of growth. Also to note, it's not motherhood. Oh, okay. Much, much easier. I just don't know how to do it. Okay. I can't wait. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. You better Tell me in the membership, Brianna, if it's something you mentioned before. Either way, it's adjustable. Yeah, we need to continue this conversation because I need to know. Yes, encourage everybody. Like, share, comment, support your streamer. Absolutely. Thank you, Deanna. That level of discomfort has been awful. Oh, Kalandra. I needed that reminder that it's growth. I know it. Listen, they're not called growing pains for nothing, right? Growth it's an extension, right? We are growing a little bit every day. And I believe that is so the pain can be minimized, right? If your body had to grow in inches, every hour, how would that feel? That would probably be overwhelming. So just think about these small pockets of discomfort pale in comparison to the pain you would feel remaining at the lower level, right? One of the things that I do for myself when I get in those places too, because listen, each level requires something more, right? Each level, there's more levels. There's no ending to this until you're not here anymore. So if you're alive, there's more. There's more to learn. There's more to go through and to grow through. So when I get in those difficult spots, I literally will remind myself of the discomfort that I felt when I was even less than, when I was at those even lower spaces than I am. I will remind myself of the tears I cried. I will remind myself of, feeling down on myself, not feeling positive, not feeling uplifted, not feeling loved or accepted. And I will say, that's not my reality now. Yes, I'm experiencing some difficulty, but where I am now is way better than where I was, and where I'm going is even better than where I am. Yes. Okay, I can't go through all of these. Y'all is talking. Hey, mommy. Hey, mommy, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I'll call you when I get off the live. Yes. Good point, Shaka. When discomfort hits at a certain level, you start doing something by default. Absolutely. No, I didn't, Brianna. Let me go ahead. What was my last one? Oh, okay, it's my last point. My last point is number 5. Make a clear plan for next steps. And because I know y'all, I got to tell y'all what the clear plan is, right? Not leaving it willy-nilly. Make a clear plan for next steps. I'm going to give you 3 things to consider, right? You want to figure out what is one thing to continue, one thing that you haven't been doing but you need to start, and one thing you are doing that you need to stop, right? So continue, start, and stop. That is your clear plan going forward. If you have not, manifested your intention, reached your goals, successfully gotten where you want to go, this is what you do to bring it home. You make the adjustment. You look at what's working well, you continue that. What haven't you done? You start doing that. And what are you doing that's not netting results? You stop that. And trust me, this is the process that I follow. So when you guys see me shift and make changes, this is why. I've done this. I've done a check-in. I've said, that wasn't successful. This isn't working. Let me make an assessment. Let me make a switch. Let me make a change. Yep, absolutely. We're not alone. We are here together. So that was all my points. Let me just do a quick recap because I know we kind of got off into, talking, and I love it. I love you guys being so live in the chat. So I'll just review. The check-in method that I recommend, it comes in 5 steps, right? Number 1, you want to review your initial intention or goal so you know what you're actually aiming for, right? Number 2, you want to honestly assess your progress. Keyword is honestly. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. So now is not the time to pad your numbers. Okay. Number 3, make a list of top wins and improvements. And here, like, brag about yourself. No win or improvement is too small. List them all, right? Then number 4, make a list of your misses and your areas of opportunity. Again, now is not the time for you to be shy about it, for you to be embarrassed by it. This is just an assessment. You're not going to be able to get better if you can't honestly assess how you're doing. So where did you miss? Where is an area of opportunity? There you go. And then the final one is make a clear plan for your next steps. And I am recommending that you keep it simple, right? You just consider 3 things. What's one thing to continue, one thing to start doing, and one thing to stop doing. So assess your overall performance. What's something you did well that you can continue? What is something that you should have done, but you didn't? So start doing that. And what's one thing you can stop doing because it hasn't been netting you the benefits? It's not getting you closer to your intention or to your desired outcome. And yeah, Q&A time. So, I mean, you guys have been active in the chat. We've been kind of talking through the steps, but do you have any questions? Are any of those steps presenting difficulties to you? Or do you have a scenario that you just wanted, an opinion on? The floor is yours. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna just leave that on the screen because I want Will to see that I saw it. We have definitely been talking about a retreat. Oh man, y'all, you ladies, you are making it so difficult for me. I want to do so much with you all, but I will just be honest. God is really instructing me to maintain, right? I have not, how do I say this? There's still things at this level that I'm maintaining and mastering. And I never take for granted your belief in my leadership and my guidance, and I really steward well over, that. So I don't want to move us too quickly. I want it to be beneficial and I want it to be done right. So just know, Alice, it is in the works. It is something that has been on my radar. Probably the membership had been on my radar for about 2 years before I did it. The retreat was even before that. So it is coming. We might do something on a smaller scale first and then bigger, but it's coming. So thank you for putting that out into the universe. We're all connected, and my intention married with yours makes it even stronger. So thank you so much. Yeah, look, Bree don't be playing. She gonna get all y'all in the Queen's Court. Don't mess with Brianna. Oh, Shaka, that's nice. I see you. I appreciate you doing what a lot of people in your age group aren't. You are trying to be a better you in a healthy manner. That's dope. Yes, I completely agree. Sometimes I have to remind myself of Brianna's age because her commitment to self-development, I don't know too many people at her age that are doing it at that level. So I agree. Yes. Ahead of the game, way ahead of the game, Alice, because we over here like, years into this, you know what I mean? Marriages, all of this stuff, Brianna really has a chance to avoid a lot of the missteps that we've had. So it's awesome that we get to be in this diverse group, different ages, different backgrounds, different relationship status, to really all come together in one community and share and benefit from each other's experiences. Yes, watched her. Don't feel crazy, Brianna. It's just because you're changing. It's changing in the growth. Yeah, I think we shared this. Well, we shared it in the membership, not the community. That we actually our family goes to the barbershop that Brianna works at, and the owner of the shop, you know, like completely unsolicited. Like we usually get into all sorts of relationship conversations, femininity, all of that. So we have a great time in there. But he unsolicited had said, like, yo, past couple weeks, like I really noticed a change in Brianna. And I thought that was so dope. Yeah. Yeah, Brianna be sticking her nose up at people now, like, ugh. Yes, the work works. It really does when you work it. Yeah, Alice, I'm excited too. I have experience planning events like that. I planned 100 plus people family reunions. Brianna gonna run my corporation. Every time I talk about doing something, Brianna's like, I got it. All right, Brianna. You gonna be getting jobs you ain't gonna want. Yes. No, it's really, Alice, you know what? It'll be like how do I say this? It'll be like what will kind of catapult us into another level of our development also. Like physically being in each other's energy, and like me being able to walk you guys through like actual activities and discussions, and us being together, and some of it just having fun doing regular stuff and kind of putting the work down too and just having a good time. It really is a great way to bond and to take your development to another level. So trust, the intention is there. So Will has a question. If someone says it's too hard to do the work, what advice would you give them? I love this question because it comes up a lot, right? But people won't come out and say the work is too hard. They won't actually say that, but they will just avoid the work. They will just avoid the work. So what I tell people when they are like paralyzed from doing the work or taking action or whatever, I literally just try to remind them of their pain, right? Remind them. It's either reminding them of their pain or reminding them of their desire. And it's up to them to choose which one motivates them. There was a certain point for me where I was numb, so the pain wasn't enough. The pain didn't motivate me because I was too numb to it. I had to be so motivated by the change, the new that I could have, the experience that was different, right? So it depends on where they are in the process, but I would just look to remind them of their pain or remind them of their desire. And I would say, focus on that. Let that drive you. You don't have to figure everything out all at once. It literally is mini step by mini step, just doing something every day. So, honey, and I'll use you. What's the example you say? Like, what's the only way to eat an elephant? Like, bit by bit, right? You take one bite at a time. It's a big elephant, but eventually it gets smaller. You just got to keep chomping away at it. We've been through a lot in the mass. Yes, we have. And it has not even been that long. It has not even been that long. And look at all that we've exposed. Look at all that we've uncovered, all the trauma that we brought up and supported each other through. It's only going to get better. Yes to the retreat when the time is right. Absolutely. Yep. It's not a no. It's definitely not a no. It's definitely a yes, just not right now. Thank you, Alice. When I tell you, like, you all are a big part of why me and Will came together. Like, obviously, we as individuals love each other, and there are things about us individually that enhance the other person. But one of the biggest things that I think bonds us in such an amazing way that keeps us excited about this work that doesn't even feel like work, is that we just take the stewardship of guiding and teaching and walking with you all so seriously. Like, you're a part of our prayers. Like, yes, we have a weekly prayer, but I mean, we include you in our prayers all the time. You know, like, you're a part of our mission, a part of what gives us purpose to wake up every day and to love each other better. Like, y'all keep us in line, because we're like, we got to show up here. We want them up here. We got to be up here, you know? So we appreciate y'all the same way. Kalandra, when we have the retreat, we will definitely make sure there's time for growth to continue to happen. Absolutely. We've kind of already, listen, y'all don't even know. We already have so much stuff planned. I need my 3 referrals. Brianna, go get her free membership, okay? You feel so behind. Wow, that's a testament to where you're going then. That is a testament to where you're going. I think to a certain extent, we all feel behind. You know, we all feel like we should have been somewhere else sooner. We should have had this earlier. You know, I think to a certain extent, we all feel that. But for you specifically to be this engulfed in the work and wanting so much improvement, it literally just speaks to where you're going to be. You have a head start. You know, you're in a group with people, you know, 10, 20, 30 years your senior. And we can all relate. We can all talk about things. So that should give you some encouragement. It should also, like, give you a pat on the back too. Like, you're in there early. You're getting to it early. You're not letting the trauma build. You're not letting these patterns exist for so long. So shout out to you, Bree. Yes, that's exact. She's going to avoid so much unnecessary mess. And Brianna, we're not putting pressure on you. Like, you're not going to make any mistakes. That's what life is about, right? It's learning lessons. But the mistakes you're going to make are not going to be like these detrimental ones that we're telling you to avoid. You're going to have so much more information than a lot of us had. So your lessons will be different. Nope, not behind at all. Okay, I missed the Savages joke. Sorry, y'all. Pinky figured that. Okay. Okay, I'm skipping all that. Aw. You guys don't know it, but for her birthday celebration a couple years ago, Deanna had a retreat for her friends. Yes, a retreat for them to say thank you. Yes, I did, for my 39th birthday. When I first moved to Dallas, I had a weekend retreat. I'm gonna post the video of the retreat, and I'll post it in both places so you guys can see it. It is hard. Just trust the process and the guides. Yes. Yup. Because we're gonna get through it together. And before you know it, you'll stop even saying it's hard. It'll just be a part of what we do. You know, it'll just be, oh, I'm at that point again. I'm at the point where it's not smooth sailing. I'm at the point where it's a little bit difficult. You're so right. We evolved over here. Yes, I did gush at it. because Will made sure that I was able to do everything I wanted to do for my friends. I mean, I took them to the Black Rodeo and he got us a party bus. And literally after the rodeo, I'm like, I'm not ready to go back to the house yet. So I call Will, like, can you extend the reservation for a couple hours so we can go out dancing at this little honky tonk place? He's like, whatever you want. So amazing. I'm so blessed, honestly. Yes. Yep, that is true. All I told them to do was get there, and I fed them. We rented this big house. We did a themed tea party. I got them gifts, everything. It was beautiful, and that's why I'm saying when I do a retreat for you guys, it's gonna be. I want it to be like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, y'all gotta pay, but I want it to be so jam packed that literally what you invest to come, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I got so much more than that. She could have charged me 3 times that, and I would have felt like I got a deal. That's how I like to do things. I never like to do things where people are like, it wasn't worth it. I'm definitely a big proponent of under promise, over deliver. Yes, community accountability is, listen, that's key what I'm working on. No pressure at all, teach me. Absolutely, she'll have the tools to handle. Oh yeah, mom, thank you so much because you on here and you definitely made it happen. You definitely helped me do everything. Oh, thank you so much. It was awesome. I'm gonna share the videos with y'all. It was so much fun. But if you guys don't have any other questions, tonight has been really fun. I appreciate you guys so much for like candidly sharing on these lives and asking your questions, not holding back, supporting each other. Man, y'all be showing up. Oh, that's so dope. Thank you, Shaka. He said I knew the other yos. First of all, don't put S's on there. Okay. One yo was enough. You are definitely him for her. Absolutely. That's my babe. Baby. See, this is like, don't do that to me. We just had a meeting. And then you want to get on here and talk about some 2024. The only thing I want in 2024 is the last word in that comment, and I'm taking it down. All right. I'm not putting your comment up there, Shaka. So yes, let me tell y'all my coaching gem, of which I think you guys already know it, right? Consistent check-ins will keep you on track and make success way more probable. So it's not enough to just have these intentions, to have these desires, to have this wish list of things. It's not enough. You have to be doing the work. You have to be aligning with what you desire to attract into your life or experience. And the best way to make sure that it's successful is to check in on it, not obsess over it, not cause yourself to, hyper focus. I'm not saying that, but just doing intentional check-ins to see where you are in your progress towards the thing. Okay. That is important. So, I do still have my Black Friday deal for the next few hours because I do it by CST time. So you have about 2 more hours. All of my coaching services, my books, my journals are 50% off. You go to destinationdeanna.com. You don't need a code or anything. The entire site, 50% off. Tell a friend. Share the website with somebody. If you know somebody that could benefit, let them know, hey, it's 50% off. I never do that. So take advantage. And obviously the membership, most of the people on the live tonight are already in the membership and they always are speaking about the value in the membership. So if you are interested in information on enrolling, I would advise you to go to destinationdeanna.com and click on the top banner. It will take you to my sign up page that has everything that's included. Well, not everything. It has the main things that are included, but I always throw in lots of bonuses. All of the ladies in the membership now can tell you that most of the things they're getting now, I didn't even advertise. I didn't even promise to them, but they're getting so much more than they thought they were going to get. So if you sign up by December 1st, you actually get to take advantage of my early bird deal and get 1 month free. So you'll get 4 months for the price of 3. So go ahead, invest in yourself. It's the end of the year. Don't let 2024 be a year of the same thing, right? You've already been trying to figure it out on your own. You've already been amongst the same people. Like, come on over here. You know what I mean? The lovers. Getting it together. We don't know everything, but we share what we do know. We share what we've learned, and we share what works. So that's the invitation, okay? And every Monday, obviously, we are here 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. My coaching gem is just a topic-based lesson. So I'm going to tell you what the lesson is. You know, I tell you what my intention is. I tell you what I'm not doing, and then I teach. And after that, we have an open discussion where you can ask any question that you have. You can share your scenarios. You can ask for help. And as you can see, not only do you get the benefit of me, but my community is there, and they're going to share what they know. They're going to give you tips. They're going to give you support. They're going to give you affirmations, positive words. So it's a good time. All right. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. Like, comment, and share. All right. I love you all. There's a lot of comments that have come in, probably a bunch of y'all saying thank you and good night, or it's the conversation that's going to continue in the community when I go off of live. Make sure you like the YouTube video after the live. Yes, have a great week. Be safe. Oh, mommy, thank you. It was an awesome time. Yes. Yes, Shaka, it's important. We've known each other for like 20 years. So when he says 2, that's like 1 every 10 years. Okay, let's be clear about that. Yes, I love you guys. I love you all so much. Remember that God is love. We are of God. So attracting love should be easy, especially when you have me as your guide. So I love you all. I'll see you next week. Oh, wait a minute. I will not see you next week. Let's be very clear. I'm taking a late night flight in on Monday evening, so I will not be able to go live next week. However, I am doing a rebroadcast of a live that I do want you all to watch, because it will set you up for the following week's live, which is setting the intention for 2024. So please still show up, still show love to the rebroadcast, still share it. All right. Love you guys. See you in another week. And if you're in the membership, stay tuned over the next few days. Bye, y'all.